Hi, this is Dennis from Never Stop Trucking. What's a lease owner operator? We have been getting some phone calls here in Usora Express, and it looks like a lot of drivers and owner operators have some misconceptions about leasing their own truck to an authority, and some of them are confused what are the right terms and what these leases actually do. The ones that we work here are semi-truck owner operators who own their own trucks, who have their own trucks. And some people think that if you own your own truck, that you're supposed to have an authority. You can, but you don't have to. So you can go two ways if you have your own truck. This also can be true for box trucks, but since we work with semi trucks, I always talk about them. If you have your own semi truck that you own, your name is on the title, or you're financing it with a bank, with a loan, or you bought it cash, that means you can either open up your own authority and book loads in your own company's name and work with brokers or work directly with shippers or customers, whichever way you prefer to work. But then everything is on you, your insurance is in your name, and brokers or customers will pay you directly, right? So you have to take care of the permits and all of that. Some people who have their own semi-trucks will choose to lease that truck to a carrier. In this case, the carrier will put their signs on the truck, and this truck will be under the carrier's insurance. And all the permits will be in that carrier's name. This carrier will probably take some kind of percentage for these loads that they're booking under their name, and the loads that they book will be under the carrier's name, and the shippers, the customers, or the brokers will pay directly to this carrier, and then the carrier will pay the owner operator, right? So that's the way it usually works. Now, we also have options where people can lease to own trucks. Let's say this carrier has some trucks that they own, and instead of putting company drivers in these trucks, they will lease to own or lease to purchase these trucks to another driver. Once you start this contract with the driver, then this driver will become an owner operator, right? Because now this is their truck. It's not there completely until they pay it off. Usually these carriers will not let you switch companies because this truck is still not paid off, so you're stuck with them. But still you're considered an owner operator, right? So we will sometimes put out ads or advertise in a different way, like we'll put a post on social network and say, hey, if you're an owner operator, join Usora Express, stuff like that. Now, we would get phone calls and people will say, hey, I'm an owner operator. Okay, great. Then you talk to them and then they say, well, what can you lease to me? So they expect you that you have a truck in your fleet that you can lease to them. But then this is miscommunication, right? At the beginning of that phone call, when you talk to someone, they are supposed to tell you, hey, I don't have my own truck. I'm looking to lease to purchase. Do you have trucks like that, or do you have those programs, right? When we make a post or I speak here on YouTube and say we work with owner operators, I assume that you have your own truck already, right? Because we don't advertise that option that we have lease to purchase, and we don't do that. And in my opinion, I spoke about this many times. The lease to purchase deals are scams. Don't do them. If you're a truck driver, you should either be a company driver or an owner operator. Okay, lease to purchase is most of the time scam. I understand some people may pay it off, some people may have a good story, but that's rare. Okay, most people will go out of that deal down the road, and they're going to lose all the money that they paid for the truck. Because let's say you get a truck for cash. If you don't want to drive anymore or something happens, you can still sell that truck for some money, right? If you have a loan and you're paying your payments on time, and maybe you're paying more at the time, then down the road, you will have some equity in that truck, right? Let's say you paid off, you owe $20,000, but the truck is worth $30,000 or $50,000 or whatever the case might be. So this way, when you sell the truck, you can at least get some money. In these lease-to-purchase programs, if you return the truck, you're not getting any money back, right? So that's one reason. And there are so many other reasons why this is bad. Also, there's another way. I see a lot of dealers or some companies that are out there, and that's the only thing they do. They have their own trucks, and they will lease you these trucks. And we have some owner-operators here who do that as well. But in my opinion, again, these deals are not that good because they will require a lot of money down. The payments will be high. Sometimes they offer you warranty, and they say, hey, this is a newer truck, it has a warranty, but then you have to wait a long time for this warranty work to be done if there's something wrong with the truck, and you lose a lot of time. So this warranty really doesn't mean much to you because you're losing money, you're not working, you're just waiting for them to fix it, and you should be happy that it's covered, but it's really not a good deal at the end of the day. So if you want to be an owner-operator, my opinion is buy a truck however you can, whether this is cash or you borrow money or you borrow money from a bank. Try to pay it as fast as you can, and then you can own it. But these lease-to-purchase deals are bad. So hopefully someone will watch this video and realize that if someone is offering an owner-operator position, and if they tell you that they have a lease-to-purchase programs, then that's different. But if someone says, hey, well, we can work with owner-operators, usually they expect that you have your own truck. So because if you don't have your own truck and you talk to someone and say, I'm an owner-operator, and I ask you about your truck information and all of that, and you say, I don't have a truck. Well, you're not an owner-operator, right? You're trying to become one, but you should look for a company that does those lease-to-purchase deals if you really want to go that way. But my advice is just don't, okay? This is Anis from Never Stop Trucking. Hopefully this clarified some misconceptions out there. Thanks for watching, and see you later.